This is the smart lock right here. It's very easy to install. I installed it myself in 10 minutes. You replace the deadbolt. It literally goes right on. It's code activated. Very simple, clean, beautiful. That's it.
And they're very shortage, right? I know.
Crazy shortage right now. Insane shortage. If I just try to find a retailer, it'll tell me like Home Depot, Lowe's, etc. Good luck trying to find it there. Like it's really far right now. Yeah, I won't even tell you availability. You just got to go hunting for it essentially at this point. I literally found 10 in Iowa. I drove around to like 4 different Home Depots. I found 7 in Detroit. I drove around to like 5 different Lowe's. You just got to drive. Literally just keep driving around Home Depot and Lowe's until you find them. And I've tried 4 different other smart locks. They're all trash and they all suck. Like they don't, and a lot of them aren't compatible with remote lock, the software. This remote lock software is compatible really well with the Schlesinger Code Smart Lock. What's your question, Daniel?
Do you do one code for like maintenance, or if you have a few maintenance guys, you give them their own codes?
Yeah. So if this is like a building maintenance, the building maintenance has their own code. Then I have one maintenance person, then that maintenance person has their own code. There's a situation that happened like 3 months ago. One of the cleaners or somebody stole one of the guest stuff because they requested towels to be dropped off. So, but we didn't know basically, who's going to drop the towels off. The VA was just basically said in the Slack, someone drop towels off, whoever's nearby, cleaner or maintenance man, right? Guest came back saying, hey, somebody stole my Louis Vuitton bag, okay? But we didn't know who entered the unit. What you can do is you can actually check on a remote lock to see what code was used to access the unit, okay? What time the door was open and what time the door was closed. So we saw exactly at 424 to 426, the cleaner code was used, and the cleaners actually went inside, and one of the cleaners on their person's staff stole the Louis Vuitton bag. We got it back and firing them, but if we didn't have that, no one would have known who took the bag, he said, she said, what time they came in and out, etc.
Gotcha.
But I thought you also have Ring doorbells outside.
Yeah, and we also have Ring doorbells as well, right? And the problem was we don't know who the cleaners use, right? Like we don't know who they are, and when you have the bag, you can just pretty much put it like below you and just keep walking. So we didn't see that essentially, in the Ring cameras as because there were multiple people in and out, right? We didn't know if there was their guest or if it was one of our cleaners. But once you have the actual code and see what time they were in inside and out, that helps a lot. Another great thing is a lot of times guests will be like, when that's how it actually happened a couple of times, guests will be like, hey, I want to cancel. I want to know if I can't make it to the unit. And then you'll basically like, sorry, like, there's no refunds. They'll be like, okay, whatever. The next day goes by. They say, yeah, we went to the house last night. It was horrible. It was dirty. It was like horrible. We can't stay here anymore. We left right away. You check your smart lock. We checked our smart locks and it literally showed nobody entered the unit whatsoever. The logs were all blank. So we sent it to Airbnb and they caught the guest lying. They didn't give them a single refund and we kept their entire payout, $3,000.
So in the occasion of the cleaners being caught who stole, did you involve cops or how did you resolve that?
No, I just told the cleaning company, I'm like, hey man, one of your cleaners stole the bag. You might want to get it back. The guest is angry. They're going to call the cops on him. The cleaner then got the bag back. I don't get involved in anything like that.
Who's responsible for the claim just in case if you were never got the bag?
I'm not the one who stole the bag, right? It's the cleaners.
Oh, okay. So as an Airbnb host, you're not responsible for something gets stolen.
There's been times where guests have gotten their car towed because they don't follow instructions. And they would say, hey, I got my car towed. You owe me for my car. I'm like, no, I didn't. You didn't follow instructions. Or they'll be like, hey, I lost my AirPods at your Airbnb. Like someone probably stole them. Like, no, they didn't. You lost your AirPods. Go find them yourself. Right. There'll be situations where a guest will be like, hey, I came home drunk last night and then I fell and like hit my head on the floor. Like, dude, you came home drunk last night. That's your fault. What do you want me to do for you? Like, as long as like your day place is not dangerous or like as long as you're not actually stealing from them, there's a lot of liabilities not on you. And you're covered anyways under air cover and Airbnb's insurance policy.
What about when you your first unit was the house? Did you allow like the guests to use the garage? Because I know some people keep the garage locked and use it for storage and stuff.
Yeah, so you can lock the garage. The house, the first unit I had didn't have a garage. It was in Philly. We don't have a lot of garages there.
Okay.
But yeah, you can. A lot of people do lock the garages. They're like, no, the garage is not accessible. But in cold places like Michigan, you have to make the garage accessible because it's literally like snowing 6 months out of the year, right? So you got to open the garage. But in Texas, it never snows. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the smart lock. It's called the Yale Assure August lock. it works with remote lock, the software. I just hate it personally. So you can't use it. I don't like it.